Welcome back to another video. It's Bradford v Walsall match preview. Let me know your score predictions and thoughts going into a game in the comments down below, and your team that you would select if you were Mark Hughes. We're never going to be Mark Hughes. We're never going to be in this position, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a big game. We've got to keep the momentum up. Got to keep winning. We've got to turn 2 defeats in 12 to 2 defeats in 13. 3 wins in a row into 4 wins in a row. And we've just got to keep winning. We've got to keep that momentum up. I figured out that we need 23 wins really to be in the top 3, because that's what you needed last season, and to be anywhere near the top 7 you needed 22, 23 wins. So this is one of those games where we need to be winning, to be keeping that pressure not only on the teams behind us to keep moving away from them, but also to keep the pressure on the top 3, because Stevenage don't play tomorrow. It probably is the game under Northampton. I don't know if they play. No, they don't play tomorrow, but again, like Stevenage, they play on the Tuesday after against Mansfield. So it's about getting points on the board, it's about keeping the pressure on the teams around us, and it's about getting a massive 3 wins, which would be again another statement to the league that we mean business. So yeah, Michael Flynn obviously returning against Bradford City, played 103 games, scoring 13 and assisting 9 times. Too young to remember what he was like, so if you want to tell me, let me know in the comments down below. His Newport teams were direct and physical, and I expect nothing less from his Walsall teams as well. They're going to pose a physical threat, so I'll tell you my team in later on in the video. Tell me yours as well. So yeah, the only reason I'm a bit more optimistic going into this game, because it's normally a game we'd probably lose or drop points against, which we still might, but it's our away form. If we were at home, I'd probably a bit more pessimistic going into it, but we had a joint best away team in the league with 13 points from 16 games, a game in hand on Northampton, the second, the joint best, and we've had 4 defeats all season away from home. So like I say, it's one of those games where we need to be winning and claiming all 3 points, and like I say, put pressure on the teams around us. Their home form, the 13th in the home table with 26 points from 16 games. The last won a game on New Year's Day, the 9 without a win, which is and they've had a club record of 6 draws in a row. That ended on the weekend to a defeat to Barrow, so they're not on a good run at all. I think the booed, I think it was against Barrow, or the booed recently, so the fans are not happy. They're a bit discontent with everything that's going on, whether it's Michael Flynn, the way they're playing, or just the results, or maybe it's something else as well. So what we've got to do today is do what everyone else does at Valley Parade. Go there, time waste, frustrate the fans. If we score 1 up to them, it's not the pretty way of playing, but it's the dark arts, and I'm sure Michael Flynn team would definitely do that at Valley Parade, and we've got to probably take advantage of their bad run. We don't want to be a soft touch. So, like I say, they're discontent. Well, our last away defeat was on Boxing Day. We've had 5 wins in 6, like I said, 2 defeats in 12. You could make that 1 defeat in 9 as well. Scoring first is normally important for us. We do better when we score first. The only time we came back from behind and won a game this season was Stevenage a couple of games ago. But Walsall, when they lead in the last 9, they normally don't win. They haven't lost any of their last 4. More often than not, they rely from coming behind to get their results. So maybe scoring first in the be all and end all in this game, but I think it probably would be to frustrate their fans. And like I say, we've got to do everything in the S-House category. We've got to frustrate them like they would at Valley Parade, and that's probably why we're better away from home, because we can't deal with that. But onto the results, sorry. Our last 5 results: a 2-0 win against Colchester, a 2-0 win against Gillingham, a 1-0 win against Doncaster, a 1-0 defeat to Barrow, and a 2-0 win against Tranmere. So there's a lot of nils in there. Obviously, 1 defeat, 1 goal conceded in our last 5 as well. So we're building off a solid defence, and our foundations are set from there. Even if we didn't, we probably would have come away normally with a 0-0 draw against Colchester. I can't believe I forgot, but yeah, we normally would have come away with a 0-0 draw in that game, and I thought we were gonna, until a bit of magic at the end, and it just seemed to go our way. Hopefully it does again at Walsall, but it would have been another clean sheet. So we're building off that foundation, and we're looking a lot better defensively, especially when Sam Stubbs has been in the team. Walsall, though, they've just come off the back of a 1-0 defeat to Barrow, a 3-3 draw to Hartlepool, a 0-0 draw to Crewe, a 1-1 draw to Newport, Michael Flynn's former side, and a 0-0 draw to Colchester. So, like I said, they're not on bad. They're on a bad run of form. Like I say, 9 games without a win, and discontent in the fan base. Their key players, though, they have got a few, but one of their key players, and probably the reason for that, for the downturn in results, is that Donny Johnson was there for the first half of the season, but Mansfield recalled him. He had 15 goals in 30 games for Walsall, and it were part of their playoff push really before Christmas until they hit this bad form, and it's knocked them into 14th with 43 points and a good 12 points away from 7th. So, it depends what the players are thinking as well. Are they dwindling in confidence as well? Are they thinking, well, we're probably mid-table now? Are they on the beach a bit? We've got to question all that. Tom Knowles as well is a decent player at the level, along with Hutchinson. Tom Knowles 4 goals and 4 assists this season, and Hutchinson 4 goals and 6 assists as well. They're most creative players. Past and present, Son goes there. I think he came off the bench in the last game. I think he got subbed off in the last game actually, as well. He can't play against today. He can't play today. I don't know why he can't, but because I thought we sold him unless he's gone there on loan. But yeah, he can't play. No, he didn't play in the last match for Walsall. So yeah, I don't know if he'll play against. I don't think he can play today. I don't know why. I thought we got rid of him, but it must have been a loan. But his contract's up at the end of the season anyway. So yeah, and Andy Cook played for them. I believe he got sent off for them against us one of the last times we played, and actually the last time we lost to them, he got sent off and they won 3-2. And I think that was the game David Hopkin got sacked after, or it was mutual consent. He left in February as well. So yeah, Andy Cook got 50 games under his belt at Walsall and 18 goals. And Joe Riley's there. He's only played 1 game, I think, coming off the bench. He's had an injury hit season. He's played 6 against Walsall and scored 4 against them. So yeah, obviously we know how good he is against his former clubs. He always tends to score against them for City as well. He didn't score against Barrow, so I hope that they'll be hoping that he can keep him quiet. But maybe with our other creative players as well, maybe they concentrate too much on Cook and Costello, maybe Chapman, Banks, Walker. They get a bit more time on the ball as well, and maybe it opens up for them to maybe chip in with a couple of goals as well. Into the head-to-head then, we've played 55 games against them, won 19, drawn 22 and lost 14 games. Like I said, they've had 1 win in 13 against us, and that win was in the relegation season, Hopkins' last game, and Andy Cook got sent off in that 3-2 win for them. Both teams went down, I think, anyway, so it didn't matter. We're 6 unbeaten, and we've never beat them twice in a season since 1988, 89. My team, I'd stick with a diamond away from home. I think at home we've got to play more of a 4-2-3-1, go for the teams a bit more, play with wingers, a bit more width. Whereas, like I said earlier, away games more about physical battles, staying organised, counter-attacking, winding the away fans up, and I think that's why I'd stick with a diamond with certain players in it. Lewis in goal, obviously I'm sticking with him. A fantastic goalkeeper, made a save that I forgot about, the Connor Wood header where he just tipped it wide, and that were a fantastic save, and he made a couple of others really good saves as well. Matty Platt partnering Stubbs. I won't bring Critchlow in, especially for an away game for players like Platt and Stubbs. Some would even say go 3-5-2 and play Kelly in there for that additional height from corners, for them and for us, because they're a very big physical side. So I could see why you'd probably play 3-5-2 with Platt, Stubbs and Kelly. Partnering them on the right side, I've got Halliday and Rydell on the left again for that experience in what Rydell's got, and he's better defensively than Bowler from what we've seen so far. Clayton in the pivot of the diamond with Gilead and Smallwood either side. Obviously playing obviously playing Clayton. He controls the game really well, experience as well. Gilead gives us that energy in the midfield, and then Smallwood. I'd play Smallwood because of the experience, the physicality. I do want to play East. I do like East, and you know, it's a shame he hasn't got as much game time as he deserves this season. Came off the bench again and had a very good impact on the team. But Smallwood in away games recently and the majority of the season he's been a lot better in them because of the reasons, like I said, a physical battle, and you know, he can go up and press them more, and we won't have the ball as much as well, so you don't need that creativity from your Gileads and Smallwoods. Whereas if it were at home, you go 4-2-3-1, Easton, Clayton probably, and then Chapman, Banks, Walker and Cook. I've heard a few things Walker in available, so we'll have to see. If he isn't, I'd play Banks in the number 10 anyway. I didn't think Walker had the best game against Colchester. I thought he was a bit quiet. When he had the ball, he didn't do too much with it. And obviously Banks came on and scored, made an impact on the game as well, and it'd give us a bit more of an option out wide as well as playing in that number 10. So I'd play Banks and hope they can continue the momentum from the Colchester game. I'd stick with Costello. I like him. He's got good movement. He's technically decent in the brain. He can't quite do it with his feet yet, but he knows what he wants to do. So I'd keep him and hope he can get a bit of end product. And then Andy Cook, obviously I'm playing him. He's got fantastic form. Former club in Walsall as well, bound to score again, and hopefully we can get a win. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win. I think we'll get a clean sheet, plan the counter, and hopefully we can make that 4 wins in a row and continue the momentum and take it into the next game on Saturday, which is Newport, another one of Michael Flynn's former teams as a player and the manager. And let me know your score predictions as well as your team in the comments down below. Have a good one.